Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Asylees are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Any leads on who might have committed the attacks?
That seems unlikely, considering he's been dust for about 20 years.
I'm sure the captain just misspoke. Right? If you said my father was still alive and... So we just... No, that's impossible. He's gone. My father is dead.
The colony war butcher lives, unfortunately.
That's about the understatement of the century. A couple of choice four-letter words came to mind for me.
Alive. Faye Victus is alive? How did you find him? Wait. You knew he was alive and didn't tell us? You were sworn to... You swore. You were just doing your duty, weren't you? Yeah, I guess I, of all people, should know what a burden that can be. Doesn't mean I'm not mad. But I guess you letting us know late is preferable to never. Now at least we can inform the cabinet and let them deal with him. I honestly don't know. If it were me, I'd make damn sure he never spoke to another human. But for the wanton murder of... Exactly. The people he harmed deserve justice. But now I guess we've got our answer. Nothing? Any last things we needed to discuss? This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision.
Microbe is gonna make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again...
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant. And then we're not risking any surprises when...
You're being paranoid. You know the science.
I do know the science. I also know math. And so I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in. See if they are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech anatomy.
And the Asylees seem like they're even better at tracking leeches than morphs.
Hell of a sight to watch, though, when they catch them. Like an open airlock guzzling angry spaghetti.
Asylees aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was using them to clean up the terramorphs and leeches, though? Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, it's hard to know. Unlike my father, the cabinet aren't butchers. But if you're really that concerned, you could request they be lenient. They might. And here we go.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true? The second report claims to know the perpetrator as well. Did Reginald Orlays actually commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays? It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use terramorphs as weapons.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling, considering Francois Sinon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
It just transformed. A terramorph out of thin air. Invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this, and said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vayvictus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately. That will be up to the cabinet, but I don't appreciate. That's... for cutting off Vayvictus's contact with the outside world. I'm inclined to agree. Now, with our villain unmasked, with the threads you've brought together here, the 3 of you have likely spared thousands of lives. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on London.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Well, luckily the natural hostility, but we'll ensure it's I'm glad you think. So then, the cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the terramorph, and now also in fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC. The project we're embarking on will be a long and...
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the using it to wipe out the terramorphs would be...
And fast results always lead to...
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves.
I see. Captain. I suppose we can take a brief...
太快了吧！
灵妙禽兽，